Esta vez, en chef+jeep, estamos en Ensenada. Esto, damas y caballeros, es nuestra ciudad base. Es de aquí mismo, de donde Edwin y yo hemos salido para todos los viajes que hemos hecho. Y pues bueno, eso que pueden ver ahí al frente es nuestra ciudad. Yeah. Estamos aquí en Cervecería Transpeninsular de mi amigo Collin Corrigan y vamos a visitarlo. Hey, Collin! Hey, Collin, my brother.
Hey, Alex, what's up, man?
How are you, man?
Good to see you. Welcome to Transpeninsular, man.
Thank you very much, man. I feel more than excited to be here.
Yeah, I was stoked to have you guys here, man. Just glad you guys had a good day out here today, visiting all places.
Yeah, no,
Stop in here and have a beer.
You know, this is one of the best, so that's the reason why we need to be here. And this is growing amazing. I just like what you're doing here, and I feel more than happy to have chef+jeep here.
Well, we appreciate it, man. Like we said, we're just trying to do things good for the city, bring more people from different parts of Mexico and the States, and only try a couple beers, man. I got a black IPA for you.
Oh my. You know I like IPAs.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
check this out.
Is this one?
That's you right there, man.
Nice.
And then I got a barley wine here that I'm enjoying right now too. So, salud.
Upgrading every day, huh? Salud.
Yes, try.
Good beer indeed.
Good piensa.
Good beer. Good beer indeed. The best. Great job.
I appreciate it, man.
I love it, man.
Just like I said, we're just trying to continually bring new styles to this market here, since Ensenada and Baja California is still getting used to the craft beer movement. We're continually trying to bring styles outside of your traditional IPA and your blonde, your milk stouts, and doing things like a coconut porter, bourbon barrel-aged barley wine, double IPAs.
Wow.
Black IPAs is what you're enjoying. You know,
this is better and better. Every time I come by, and it's better and better. Absolutely. I believe in what you say. So,
appreciate it.
Hey, you gonna give us the tour?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
I feel more than excited about this. This thing is growing amazing. Like, I love what you have. For example, you need to let me know which kind of tanks you have over there and the capacity of those, because I'm not sure on this. I think I'm better on wine now. But
well, you know a lot about wine, obviously, up at Decantos and all the other respected wineries up there. But in brew world, we talk BBLs. So BBL is basically, one BBL is 120 liters. Okay, so what we have is we have a 7 BBL brew house, which lets us put out quite a bit of beer annually. We can double batch into our bigger fermenters, as you see right here. These are 15 BBLs. And then the rest of them currently are 7s. We're about ready to expand and put bigger tanks in, and we're very excited about that because of some new growth in Tijuana, Mexicali, and some opportunities. Opportunities for the States too. So, this is our fermenting area, where everything obviously sits and does its magic. Thanks, man.
what is this called?
Okay, so what that is basically to let the yeast breathe. Similar to on the wine, you guys just do it a little differently.
Yeah.
But that basically is, the yeast is very active right now. So it's basically gassing off the top of the dome of the tank, staying sanitary inside water. So it will obviously, when it finishes fermenting, obviously the bubbles stop. And then we go into a diacetyl rest, which allows the remaining yeast to settle. Mm-hmm. Then we cold crash the tank. So basically at that point it's semi-drinkable without carbonation and clarification.
Okay.
And then it will go into what we call the bright tank, which basically is a finishing tank.
Okay.
Here you'll basically carbonate and clarify. All of them are jacketed, just like a Prosecco tank or anything else. So here we'll carbonate and clarify, and then rack off the beer into kegs or bottles or cans or whatever it is we're doing for that one said production.
And then enjoy.
And then enjoy, like we're doing right now. So I want to show you guys the brew house. So this is our brew house. These are our mash tun, our kettle. And over here we got our hot liquor and cold liquor tanks. Basically the process is, in a nutshell, we have a malt room on the other side of the wall. And what we do is we crack the hulls of the husks of the grain, and then it's dropped down through this auger here into what we consider a gigantic tea bag almost. This does get warm, yeah. Yeah, we're infusing hot water into it, and it's basically extracting the sugars out of the malt and the grain, the barley, everything that's going on.
Okay.
Then what it does, it goes into this wort pot and it does a centrifuge. That's basically your alcohol right there. From there it's brought over into the kettle.
Okay.
And then the kettle is where we start to add into the hot water and the cold water. This is where you add your first batch of hops for the part of the recipe. Okay? So there it will sit for a period of hours, depending on the style, variety of 3 to 8 hours, depending on what you're brewing. Then from there, it'll be pumped through this heat exchanger over here. It'll take the brew down from 200 and something degrees down to 68 degrees. So then it will travel through a pump all the way back to the fermenters, which we already looked at. So in a nutshell, that's the whole process of the brew making, other than all the fancy little secrets with having a good brewmaster.
Yeah, it's true.
That's kind of one of our, I don't want to say it's a secret, it's part of our formula, as we felt that Transpeninsular wanted to come into the market with a gilded brewmaster, and having a gilded brewmaster guarantees that what you drink every time tastes the same, and it tastes delicious. Very important, just like having a great winemaker. I mean, there's a lot of good wineries out there, but not a lot of good winemakers, so the difference says, in the States we say proof is in the pudding, same with the beer. Proof is in the taste of the beer.
You know what? I agree with you. This is a great beer, and it tastes the same as last one.
For our industry, we really all need to be a brotherhood, whether we're wineries, whether we're coffee roasters, whether we're pop-up kitchens or other breweries. The problem I see right now is this market's so nubile where everyone's trying to grab a corner. Everyone needs to share the corner, you know what I mean? And we all are going to grow together. We're not competing against the other great brewers or the great wineries or the collectivos. We're helping each other. If more people go to Valle de Guadalupe and you speak good about us and they have a great meal at Finca or Fuego or Corona de Valle or wherever they go, they go, by the way, you want to go down to the city, you can stop and see Wedland, you could go into Margarita, you can go to Aguamala, you can come see Transpeninsular, you can go to Husong's and have a famous margarita. But instead of just not sharing that, the resonance of sharing that information benefits this whole city of Ensenada. And that's what we're trying to do here, is build tourism here. And I'm a big fan of it. Obviously, I'm not from here. I've lived here now permanently for 5 years, but on and off for 20 years. And I call this my home. I'm a permanent resident here. I pay taxes in Mexico. This is my home. This is where my business is at, man.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to promote it.
Now you're speaking Spanish. Now you're Ensenadense, man.
No Ensenadita. Tal vez Ensenadense. So yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
That's awesome.
It's been great. I mean, after we got through probably 15 batches of beer, we finally found our rhythm. And what was really unique was we hit batch 100 on our 1-year anniversary, which was very, very unique. I mean, it's very hard to see that coming. And obviously we put it in the glass here. Batch 100, we did a triple IPA, which is still pouring, by the way. But to celebrate our 100th batch, not our 100th anniversary, we made a triple IPA, something that you don't really profit on, but you want to share to the beer nerd world, that someone can go, wow, a triple IPA. That's something you don't see, in down here in Baja.
Like you say, 100th anniversary, that will happen. But
I hope so. But we won't be here.
We won't, but our grandsons, they're going to be enjoying here.
Our children's children will be enjoying what we've done, what we've laid the pathway out for future. Because I really think Ensenada will become a worldwide destination with what's going on with Valle de Guadalupe, with more of the off-road racing, with the cruise ship port, the continual growth in the seafood industry here. It's a no-brainer, and as the city and the government and the state continue working on the roads, I think that'll end up bringing more volume of people, which is great for everything. You know what I mean? You don't want to be a sleepy town anymore. It's not sleepy.
This is not a sleepy town.
Not anymore, man. Everyone wants it to stay that way, but you know what? You can't stop progress, and unfortunately, as long as we always leave a footprint and not trash everywhere, people are going to remember you for the right reasons, and if you leave a footprint like, hey, I made economy here, I brought a family here, I raised children here, like you do, like I do, then we're doing things right. It's just continually amazing how beautiful this part of Baja California is. I mean, you can catch so many different climates within a 100-mile radius. It's extremely impressive.
I agree with you.
So
I agree 100% with you, man. Hey, let's go and see, you know, what do you have in the bar, you know, so
Sure.
you can show you people. Yeah, I mean, our people, you know, what do you have there?
Absolutely. Let's go take a spin through the bar. I'll show you the tap list. Let's continue to enjoy our beer.
Sounds like a plan.
Maybe we can let our photographer enjoy his beer too. If maybe not sure.
Right.
So hey, Alex, I'm glad you enjoyed the tour. It was fun.
It's amazing, man.
Thanks, bro.
Just love it.
Well, now I want to show you some of the products that we make here or elaborate here. I get confused with that word sometimes because I think elaboración or elaborate, you know. So here's kind of some of our flagship beers that we've been working on. A variety of styles here. So I'm going to go down the list and we can talk about them. So this is our Tierra Clara, which is our light blonde ale, super easy to crush, a good introductory beer for the Mexican nationals and for Nubians for craft beer. That one's really good. You can try that one. This is we call it the other brown ale, because everyone calls their beer brown ale, so we said the other brown ale. So that's our brown. This right here is our ever popular Three Virgins Hoppy Amber. We were really excited. We took a bronze in Cerveza, Mexico, and we got a silver in the Ensenada Beer Fest 2018 on this one, which was very exciting for us. Thanks, bro.
Wow.
This one right here is La Curva Double IPA, and one of the town favorites, and we took a gold in Mexico City with this one, which was very, very exciting for us.
Wow.
And that scene was amazing.
Wow.
Your favorite, Carretera Tres?
You know,
all day long? Yeah, man. Give back to the Valle, give back to the folks that work so hard to bring great wines and food in the Valle.
Great beer.
Well, I appreciate it. And this is our ever standard popular milk stout, Kilometer 5.5, 5.5. So that's kind of the tray, man. That's the lineup. You know, if you want to try any of them.
So if you told me that this tray was made with?
Oh yeah, so basically we have a friend of ours who is an ex-engineer at Fender Guitars here in Mexico. And you being a music guy, Fender is a big maquiladora, a big supporter of employment here in the city and does a lot to the city. We were really blessed to have the opportunity to work with one of the engineers to provide us these trays, which is leftover neck wood for the Stratocaster. It's alder.
So impressive.
That's why it never bows. It's flat. Also, the tap handle, same deal. This is all leftover recycled wood, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
super awesome.
kind of like co-supporting two businesses here, but who can't say Fender's not rad? You know what I mean? Fender's freaking rad, dude. You know what I mean? We also are very thankful that Fender Guitars Mexico loaned us Joe Strummer's 1981 Revolution Rock Telecaster. It's so on display because we made a beer for him called Strummer's Vienna Lager, which is right here. A Vienna Lager, which a lot of people don't know, was one of the first styles of beers that were made in Mexico. When the Austrians came over here to make beer here, that was the first style. So Cerveza Modelo, their first beer was Victoria.
Yeah.
Everyone gives them all this rite of passage for Corona. Corona came later. For the record, we were the first Mexican brewery to put out a Vienna Lager in recent times in the craft beer sector.
You're doing great.
Thanks,
Thank
dude.
you very much for allowing us to be here, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you too. And you know, anytime you want to come back and try some more beers, we always are revolving styles coming through all the time. So we'll continually build more styles to share to this market. You know, just like the wineries. You know, the wineries are always evolving their wine products. We want to be the same in the beer sector.
Now, wherever my Jeep go, your beer will go.
Hey, perfect, man. Love it.
This is Chef+jeep, bro.
Carry on.